Hey there, Mia! I hope looking at the different candidates and their economic plans helped. Yeah, that was a lot of information and a lot of different things to consider. You're absolutely right. There is no one perfect system. As a matter of fact, all four of the economic systems can work. It all depends on what people value and what they want out of their economy. No, I get it. If I were a business owner like you, I would want to know how each system would impact the business. Comparing each system side by side is a fantastic idea. If you look in your PDF, you'll see a graphic organizer with each different economic system. As we work through this section, you'll fill in that graphic organizer to help compare and contrast each system. If you remember, we first took a look at Tom Tradicon and his vision for a traditional economic system. If he were elected and was able to implement that system, who would answer the three basic economic questions? And how would that impact Mia's ability to operate her lemonade stand? Pause the video while you answer that question. Well, in a traditional economic system, the three basic economic questions are answered by long-standing customs and traditions that have been handed down from generation to generation. In areas with traditional economies, the vast majority of economic production is designed to meet the basic needs of the population with little or no surplus to trade, what is known as subsistence economies. Plus, there isn't a strong profit motive, meaning entrepreneurship isn't common. That means that it would be hard for Mia to operate a lemonade stand in one of these economies. We also looked at Mabel Marketforce and her push for a full market economy. How would the three basic economic questions be answered in that economic system? And what does it mean for Mia and her lemonade stand? Well, in a full market economy, private individuals determine what to produce, how to produce it, and for whom to produce it, with no interference from the government. The profit motive encourages individuals to become entrepreneurs and take the risk of starting a business to provide goods and services to consumers. For Mia, the chance to profit from selling lemonade was key in starting her stand. Her lemonade stand would be right at home in a market economy. However, Mia might have to contend with some issues that arise with no government oversight. For example, competitors using dangerous ingredients to increase profit, or unprofitable goods and services like roads not being provided in the market. How might Mia be impacted if there are no roads? Well, just getting supplies like lemons and sugar would be more difficult and time-consuming, which would make it more expensive to produce lemonade. Plus, how would customers be able to access Mia's stand if people couldn't walk, bike, or drive to get there? On the other hand, Commander Carl is advocating for a command economy. If he were to be elected, who would answer the three basic economic questions? And how would Mia's business be impacted? Well, in command economies, the government answers those three economic questions. Government priorities determine what goods and services will be produced, what methods will be used to produce them, and who will be given access to those goods and services. For Mia, that could potentially have a big impact on her ability to make lemonade. If the government doesn't prioritize lemonade production, she may not be allowed to run a lemonade stand at all. And even if the government allowed Mia to run a lemonade stand, they would tell Mia how to produce lemonade using ingredients they provided, how much lemonade to produce, and who to sell the lemonade to. Finally, we have Balanced Bridget, who was proposing a mixed economic system that blends aspects of both market and command economies. Who answers the basic economic questions in a mixed economy? And more importantly, how would Mia's lemonade stand be impacted? Well, in a mixed economy, private individuals and the government both answer the three basic economic questions, depending on the industry. For Mia, she would most likely be able to operate a lemonade stand and profit from it. But there might be some government oversight, especially when it comes to food safety. Or the government might provide some goods and services, like the water that goes into the lemonade, or the roads that Mia uses to get to different places. It's important to remember that economies exist on a continuum from pure market with no government intervention to pure command with full government control over all economic decisions. And where a nation, state, or even town falls on this spectrum is influenced by the views and beliefs of the political leaders. But why would Mia even be concerned with how the political system impacts the economic system? Pause the video and try to answer the question. As an entrepreneur, Mia is looking to support leaders that help ensure her freedom to profit from her business, while also helping promote a stable market where producers and consumers benefit. By examining different candidates and evaluating their positions, Mia can make a more informed decision about which candidate best meets her criteria and whom she should support. Take a moment to revise your answer to the question I asked at the beginning of the section. Before we head on to the next unit, let's take a few minutes to recap what we covered in this one. There are 4 different economic systems: traditional, market, command, and mixed. Each system differs in who answers the 3 basic economic questions: what to produce, how to produce it, for whom to produce it. And they each have advantages and drawbacks for the stakeholders involved. In today's activity, you will try to identify the current economic system that Mia's lemonade stand operates in, and then pick which system would work best moving forward. In our next unit, we're going to look at some of the issues that may arise in an economy and how the government may address these issues. But until then, remember to keep investing in yourself, one lesson at a time. I'll see you next time.